It happened in the blink of an eye. One Coinbase customer did what many people do every day. They checked the cryptocurrency price using the Coinbase app. But something really odd appeared on TV for over 60 seconds. Directly beneath the XRP trade pair, a brand new item surfaced. It might be the Ripple IPO share or RPLUSD, depending on the type of user interface. A second glance made it obvious that it wasn't another coin. It appeared to be one at first. As it happened, it wasn't XRP. There was another thing there too, a message regarding a Ripple stock. At the same moment it appeared, it disappeared from the app, never to be seen again. But by then, it was too late. The individual had previously documented photos, screen captures, and Tik Toks went viral on the internet in a matter of minutes. The Bitcoin industry has seen significant developments since then. To be clear, this was not an error. The model didn't make that error. The launch was not executed properly. Anything that occurs when developers post code online before the content is prepared for public viewing on the website. Additionally, every post at a business like Coinbase is meticulously planned, verified, and coordinated. This indicates that the item has been added to the back end because it appeared already. That can only be understood in one way. At any time, Coinbase will be prepared to offer Ripple stock as soon as it is released. It's almost time for Ripple to go public. This is significant and significant all at once. We are not discussing the addition of a small cap altcoin or another currency because of this. It is related to Ripple Labs, the business that is responsible for XRP. One of the pioneers of financial technology is Ripple Labs. They have transformed the XRP ledger into a worldwide payment network, collaborated with more than 300 organizations, and even filed a case against the SEC in one of the most widely followed legal proceedings in cryptocurrency history. It would be one of the most significant developments in cryptocurrency history if Ripple went public immediately. We now realize that it is closer than anyone had previously believed. Let's examine the true implications of this. First and foremost, the fact that Coinbase lists Ripple shares indicates that anyone can sell them as soon as the initial public offering IPO begins. It's not limited to Wall Street use. Coinbase wants to make it easier for everyone to own Ripple stock, just as it made it easier to purchase Coinbase and Robinhood stock when their shares were traded and tokenized. In the near future, that would grant common people who purchase XRP or small sums of money a stake in Ripple. It's not just the sign that matters. This has a significant impact on things. Second, the amount of uncertainty that has caused this IPO to alter the price of XP cannot be overstated. Once everything will change when Ripple goes public. Businesses can receive funding from institutional funds. The gap between the market value of XRP and the value of Ripple stock will be examined by traders. Examining the token's value will enable experts to predict the future earnings of the business. One of the largest gambling pushes in cryptocurrency history will occur when stocks and cryptocurrencies collide. Many experts predict that XRP might reach 100 or above per coin as soon as people are beginning to consider the value of Ripple's first public offering, IPO, which is comparable to the value of stocks. The events surrounding Coinbase's IPO are worth considering. The weeks leading up to the listing saw a sharp increase in the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price reached a record high. The value of Ethereum skyrocketed. The air seemed to be rushing with lightning. If you did it, what would happen? But just for the money in XRP, the market's performance will be significantly impacted by the opinions of many people. An even more significant story is unfolding this time. Flaunting themselves. Despite being advised not to buy the Securities and Exchange Commission, Ripple went public in the United States. One thing is certain, the era of cryptocurrencies has here. This Coinbase leak also taught us something crucial about the period. The existence of the trade pair indicates that Coinbase is moving forward despite its brief presence, preparing the first public offering IPO. Following the completion of all necessary legal and practical procedures, listings for stocks and tokenized shares are uploaded to the exchange system. Since the initial PDJ is back, giving has already been set up. This indicates that the code is already integrated into the program. The distance between us is actually not that great. In the coming hours or days, the most significant financial event in XRP's history will take place. It never stops. The names of the two, the name that Coinbase intends to use for the listing is also indicated by whether it is Ripple USD or RPLUSD. Similar to how the word coin is only used for Coinbase, some individuals believe that the number RPL is exclusive to the Ripple stock unit. This information is crucial since it will alter the way trade bots and indexes operate. Algorithmic funds will be able to monitor price movements and trading in real time if RPL is included in stockwatch lists. Therefore, it's possible that automated trading systems will begin to put the stock token online as soon as it does. There is a lot of pressure on people to purchase. I'll be here to help you whenever you have a query or concern. First, recognize its significance. It won't be long before it's too late to take any action. Many others are still unaware of the news. Coinbase has not made any public statements regarding it. It has not yet been discussed by the major news outlets. However, you won't have time to buy or sell at these prices since they will immediately begin the initial public offering. This is where you may purchase XRP and the Ripple stock token. Prices will rise and large purchasers will act swiftly to acquire the assets before smaller investors can. In the majority of site scenarios, it is not always advantageous to have prior knowledge. Second, you should confirm that the platforms you use allow you to obtain both fiat money and XRP in a timely manner. As soon as the Ripple shares are listed on Coinbase, you should be prepared to sell or give them away. The way you behave at the appropriate moment will decide everything. Third, watch for incidents that support official news releases and what you already know. Press releases from Ripple, institutional acquisition announcements, formal initial public offerings, IPOs, or modifications to Coinbase's platform. Given that the initial sale to the public made these indicators, from a leak to a start, indicate that the IPO listing is progressing from being carried out behind closed doors to being carried out in public for everyone to witness. Finally, remember that your self-perception will be altered by this IPO. XRP has been somewhat of a riddle from the start. In addition to being backed by a business, it can be used as currency. The fact that Ripple's IPO has two sides is one advantage of having two sides. XRP will begin to be perceived by investors as a hybrid of a stock token and a utility token. In a sense, it's similar to owning stock in the network and the value it generates. This kind of dual storytelling appeals to a lot of people, particularly in markets where futures are being bet on.